live from me. It's Saturday night. Oh, and I forgot to put some pillars down. Mm-mm-mm. Guess I'm gonna have to sit up my chair. Bum, 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 ba-dum. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-da, bum. Oh, eh, bum, bum, bum. Let's see what we shall see. Yeah, you can see I shaved. Oh, sort of right. I gotta get these sides a little bit. Yeah, I got some fun still going on here, so I have to at least get these even. And it's hot here, believe it or not. Well, it shows 73 degrees outside. I wish it was that in here because it's a little more muggy and it was new Stimpy. I don't know, Ren. How are you today, Ren? Kylo? Ren? And his boy, Stimpy. La-di-dee, la-di-dee. Again, forget to put my pillows down. And in order for me to get the pillows down, I have to climb over a dog, and I'll feel climb back and forth, and I'll feel like kicking him out of the room. Blah 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 blah. Ah, boom, ah, boom. I am bored. You could say I'm bored. Guess there's nobody talking to. Greg here, but he only said what's new, Stimpy. Bored, tired. Guess what happened to me today? Since you're right here, I'm going to tell you. Was supposed to go to work, get some extra hours today. Um, when I said start the car to leave, nothing. It was making a clicking sound and everything. It was like, oh, frig. So about 8 o'clock, I called the place I usually take my cars to. My cars, yeah, because I've had a couple over the last 2 years. That my last one I took there was a Jeep Grand Cherokee I used to have, and God, it's been maybe 4 years, I guess, since I've been to the. I think my the with the green with the Grand Cherokee was AC needed to be fixed in that time. So what happens is I called them up. I says I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a battery. I don't know if the battery's dead. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. And I even did bring up a starter. So I had to pay close to $100 to have the car towed out. And what happened is, guy gave me a ride over to the auto mechanic, and he's basically not even 5-10 minutes away. So I pull it out and stuff, and they look at it, and they had the diagnostic computer running it and see what was going on. And the problem is the battery was so dead that they needed the power from a battery to see what was going on, because they don't know if it was like anything like the alternator. They wanted to get in there and find out. And they put the battery in, and they noticed the car came to life. But they still checked it just in case, and you had to clean off the cables because they had corrosion on it and stuff. So that cost me $462, along with about close to $100 from the other move. So I spent over like $500 today just for the car alone. Plus, I heard the batteries have gone up in price. The battery charged me for this battery was $170, and more of the money went towards the mechanic. So a lot of money. And but thank God I got it, because I can't afford anything newer. Well, not these newer, so So missed out on getting extra days pay because of this. I'm sitting there myself, why did this happen tomorrow when I'm not working? So I missed out. The whole thing was extra pay. Let me see. Oh, you were not here last night, Greg. Um, Towards the end of the stream, well, we had heard this earlier that our mother, who was in a rehab center, about half an hour drive from here, fell, and they said she broke her back. Yeah, the Tesco you can add to that. Yeah, but Tesco was the battery, believe it or not. Cameron Link was the mechanic. Uh, so so I had my brother who was over there said that they called her. She fell. Excuse me. She fell and broke her back. I'm like, how could she do that? They finally had the testing and stuff today, and she's got a crack. I'm not sure if it's a broken or a cracked disc. And they brought her back to. They were talking about keeping her in the hospital for like 2 months if that had happened. But what happens is it was all right, so they discharged her. She went back to the rehab center, and we're bringing her out tomorrow for breakfast, like we do every Saturday. But I'm hoping she can. I don't know if she's going to have a bad day. I don't know. I'm very sure her back's so sore and stuff that I'm thinking we're making a bad idea. Come up with a bad idea taking her to breakfast tomorrow, but I can't. I'm not there, so they keep everybody's telling me that she's all right. She's she can make breakfast and stuff. I was like, all right. Yeah, this will happen all last night. Greetings, Carol. That's ironic. I was on Tanya's stream last night, and I says to Tanya, because last night David T and Jordan were here, and I had said to her in her stream that I'm hanging out with Jordan and David T right now. She gives me a look. How are you hanging out with those two? I could have stopped laughing, but she didn't know. So I sent her a message this morning. So when I said that last night, it's just because we're all talking in my live stream, and I didn't want to bring my live stream up to yours because that's not right. So, bring your papers to breakfast. Oh, the insurance papers. Okay, it's in the other room. Oh boy, I hate when I have like I can't say gas. You're on my stomach and you got a burp, but you can't. Am I yawning again? Am I? I'm talking to people. Why am I yawning? We're getting bid on everything. Being easy day. Oh, it's not. It was just a crazy day. Crazy today. Yeah, but I missed out on work. So I had to contact my direct supervisor and say, hey, Tracy, didn't work today, blah, blah, blah. And one of the girls we know from the store I was going to work in today called her and said that I didn't show up. So that was that. When they came out and said it was only the battery and they changed it, I was like, yes. Oh. What about tomorrow? The sun, we know the sun comes out tomorrow. It's only a day away. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet you bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. That damn song played like crazy when I was a kid because it came from the movie. Well, when the movie of Annie came out, they played that song over and over, even though that song I think was in the original Broadway show. I didn't have to pick you up. Why would you have to pick me up? My thing would have been to walk up the street to Walmart and probably got some things. Let's say I wasn't even in there a whole hour. I wasn't even in there that long. They were gonna, because I says if it's an alternator, how long would I have to wait? And the guy is like, oh, I have to look that up. So I was planning on walking up the street to our local Walmart because it's not a long walk. It's probably like maybe 15 minutes, 15-minute walk up the street. Jordan, it was weird because I haven't heard from him since last night. When the nurse from the hospital called here, I had to fill out some paperwork over the phone, doing this, and she sent it through the phone's texting area. I I was sitting there doing this, and I'm looking up at the chat, and I can see Jordan posted something. His very last one. I think it was towards you, Carol. And after that, I didn't see him. I called him, Jordan, are you still here? 3 times, 3 different times. And I waited for a couple minutes between because I was still doing the thing on the phone. He never came back, and I have not heard from him today. So I don't know what happened. You can keep your car putts stench-free, Carol. What? You can keep your car putts. Greg doesn't know what he's writing. I think he's drunk. I don't care if you were happy for that, because I'm going to remember that in the future. You need a ride. Ah! Yes, there's only you two here. And I'm going to do it like I'm doing now. It's a new rule for me. If there's only 2 people on unless we're live and kicking, I mean, really getting good at conversation. If we're not a good conversation, like half an hour in, I'm pulling the plug. And I may have to just do this every other night. I think that if I do this every other night, it'd be better. It's all right now. I consider this overkill when we're getting on here and hardly anybody shows up. I was watching one of those reaction stations and channels, or what do you want to call them, and I don't know how they do that. They show a picture of themselves watching the movie, and the movie's like in a smaller screen. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. Plus, I don't know. I think I would be good because I've watched a lot of movies. Plus, there's a lot of movies I don't want to watch and still don't want to watch. So I would be lousy movie, not reviewer, but just reaction. I have yet to see the new Indiana Jones movie. That's something I could do. But as I said, there's a lot of movies I have seen, which I don't like, and a lot of movies I've seen that I do like. So it's, what do I put on next? I don't know. Maybe Adonis movies, but how do I get access to the Adonis movie? Because the Adonis is the son of Apollo Creed. His name is Adonis Creed, and Rocky becomes his manager. Now, I didn't know this until recently that Sylvester sold the rights from Rocky to somebody else, and he has an idea for a new Rocky movie. Now, I did see the first movie with Adonis and his story. I wanted to see the second one because it was like almost like a direct sequel to Rocky IV with the Russian sons in this, and they're trying to get revenge for each other through their son. Well, not Rocky's. Oh, the new Rocky movie, if he gets to make it, is about Rocky's grandson. That's the story he has for it, but I guess he sold all the rights from Rocky to somebody else, so I don't know if that's going to be made. You were in the mother. Wait. Whoa. You were in the ER with your mom last night? What happened? Oh, or you went to so I'm trying to say it, but I can't say it. I you were just going to see if you took her to the hospital, see if she was all right. And, I said I can't do it until she tells me why is she in there for. See, these are normally one of those classic we put on a bag of like Cheetos or something, pretzels. But the spring is broken, so I play with it. So the other ones are here. This one, that one works. The green one works. But this one, as you can see, it's folded back. So, I want to see Creed 2, but I don't know where to find the movie. Is that I mean I can get onto Paramount, I can get onto Disney Plus. Disney Plus doesn't have that kind of movie. I also can get onto what's the name of the other streaming service? Oh, the big one, Netflix. I've got Netflix, but where are these movies? I don't know where to find them. Who's playing? Who's playing Creed 2? I would love to see that movie. So that's another thing. And as I said, I don't know how these people do that. They put a small window type of thing. I have Cinemax, or what we used to call it back in the day, Skinemax, but not the streaming service. I don't know. Was that like $10 or something? I might have to because, oh, is that where it is? It's on Max? Do what? I'm trying to read this, but I can't. I understand why anyone would like to make a living being hit in the face all the time. You talking about boxing? Oh, okay, yeah, you're talking about boxing. Yeah, there it is right there. Directly under my post. Oh, you guys, remember I said this crazy stuff is happening in this house? Carol, you're going to have to listen to this. There's something crazy going on. Johnny went out to walk the dogs the other day. I'm setting up Disney Worlders on my phone. My phone's right now being juiced up. I gotta get Disney Worlders done for tomorrow later. Yeah, I want to see that Aquaman movie. So what happened is, I'm in the chair in the living room. The dogs are laying by me. I swear I could see out of the corner of my eye before I looked over somebody walking around in Johnny's room. Right? And it was mostly black. A shadow figure, if you will. Right? Walking and I'm like, I don't remember seeing come in, but Johnny can take the dogs in and out. And if I'm on the phone, do my thing, set up Disney World, I won't pay. If I don't pay attention, I will not notice if he brought the dogs out or how many he brought out or whatever. So what happened is today, about, oh God, I'd say an hour or so ago, an hour and a half ago, I heard somebody speaking in a deep voice in this room, or what sounded could be on the other side of this wall. And I'm like, what the hell was that? But the dogs weren't going crazy like they normally would if it was somebody in the house. That was scary. But I haven't heard it since. No, they did not react. They're walking around, especially Spirit. He's just walking around. Look, give me these looks. Actually, he's laying right here. Spirit. Again, he likes my stuff there. When he hears that sound, he gives me this look and wants to give up. Like, Where, dog? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Where'd I put it? I found this today. I'm not sure if I want to keep it or do another giveaway. Remember how I found Daisy and Donald? Now, why would it be in my head? Why would I even bring it up if it didn't happen? I believe in ghosts because I actually seen one directly face to face with one. It didn't look like he was dead. It looked like this is years ago, Rickle Home Center. About 30 years. Wow, maybe 40? No, it can't be. It was in the 90s, I believe. The early 90s. It had to be 30 something years ago. Yeah, I'd say about 30. Close. Oh, no, it would be less than 30 because 93, the first World Trade Center bombing was the last day I ever worked at Rickle Home Center. Me and the stocker manager were the only two left. I cleared the whole store out and we took off. But let me show you what I picked up today, Greg. Another Funko Pop. Grogu. I have the other Grogu, and I'm looking at him from the parade. And if you remember the balloon, it looks like he's chasing after the ball. I've got it right over here. And I've got another little Grogu on him. That's an animated Grogu. So, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or give it a giveaway. That's the thing. I need to get the mods together. And, oh, you're gonna like this, Greg. Gail's not going to be with us for a few days. She's moving. She lives in Dunedin, and she's moving over to Palm Harbor. So she still will be in this area. Yeah, I know, but why would I see them? Usually, if it's something not, they'll go after the living. But when it comes to the opposite side, they know. My father died in this house. The dogs wouldn't even know him. We didn't have these dogs when he was still alive. We got Spare as a puppy. Yeah, I see you. He's an old man now. I think we got him 2013. I think he's got to be over 10. He's got to be around 10 years old for a dog. Spirit. Spirit's he's a old fat boy. Yes, my father's spirit. Actually, after he passed, I kept on seeing him. You want to hear something weird? What I remember about my father the most is when we were kids, he used to wear those leisure suits. Carol, you remember the leisure suits? I don't know if your husband ever wore one. And my father had a light blue one with a dark blue shirt, button-up shirt. I remember one year we went to what was called the Danbury State Fair up in a little bit more upstate Connecticut. It was the only Danbury is the only town at the time at Christmas time we would go to because they had Hess gas stations up there. I'm not sure. No, Hess has got to be gone because it's mostly gone in most of the country. But Christmas time, that's where we would get our most of our Christmas presents because most of us got that damn Hess truck every Christmas. Back then they were cool because they didn't have those stupid little vehicles they have to have them with them now. I'm like, why don't they make two different types? One with a small vehicle and one for one that I like the old-fashioned ones that used to come out from the 1920s and stuff. You didn't have to have many vehicles with it, which was ridiculous. That's what I think, though. Your aunt lives in Palm Harbor. Your father wore polyester leisure suits? That's a 70s girl. You're telling me your husband never wore a leisure suit back in the 70s? Oh, as I said, we went to the Danbury State Fair. The reason I brought that up is we had our own little. I had a leisure suit too. They made them for kids. All five of us, Carol, were the same. My mother, she used to dress up us all the same. it wasn't the first time we were all saying. One year we went and we all had red sweatshirts and blue jeans on. Danbury Fair would come up towards the end, mid to end of October or something like that. Beginning, I think it was like for 2 weeks, and they left the whole entire year. With we would go up there in the middle of the year, and the place would still be closed. And here's all attractions, carnival rides, everything. I was like, how come we just couldn't keep it open as a theme park year round? They had a race car track in there too. The place is now a gigantic mall, which I've got to find out from somebody how that business is doing, because that mall is gigantic. I've never been to the Mall of America, but I know they have a like a mini carnival in there. But this one was a carnival, and inside the building they bought one of the the merry-go-rounds inside before they got rid of everything, and they reset it and everything, made it look nice and spiffy, and that was inside the building. Oh God, we found my grandfather's. Wow. Yeah. Well, we were all under 10 years old when she used to did that with us. Can't see James. Well, James wasn't. I was bigger than James at the time. Let's put it that way. It was like if he starts something, boom, shut up. Oh God, the arguments we would have in the back seat, and oh my, screaming at us over the front seat. Oh, I got a picture. This weird picture. It's one of my scrapbook. I got pictures from way back about 1983-ish, 82-ish. Actually, if I can find it, I want to show you the pictures of my mother from back then. Yeah, I had a mullet. I had a mullet. We didn't call it a mullet at the time. I could never pull off the heavy metal hair. The style I could never pull off because I have straight hair. Closest I came was a mullet. I had the hair, back to here, basically. I have a picture of myself like that. I am the oldest brother. James the second. Scott is third. Jerry's third. Jerry's fourth. And Johnny, who's in the other room, is the fifth. Johnny's the youngest. I'm the oldest. He's the youngest. And the other two brothers, one lives up in Spring Hill. The other lives in our hometown. Still lives in our hometown in Connecticut. My father died. He never came down. He wasn't allowed to by his wife, believe it or not. Yeah, they came down in 2009, 3 years later. And we met up with them at Disney. That's when my boy Dwight got us in, saying that we were his, his family, cousins and stuff. So we got in that day. And I have a niece I'd never met. She's got to be a teenager by now. I used to see pictures of her, but I don't see nothing anymore. Oh. Let's see. So you did have more here at one time. Yeah. Oh yeah. This is. I gotta cut this. I gotta get this cut. We gotta get Johnny. As soon as I get Johnny here, an appointment here for a haircut, I'm gonna do. I don't like it when it gets long. I like a crew cut because, to tell the truth, I don't like my hair long anymore. It's just because down here it gets really hot, and I'd rather have it more crew cut. Crew cut. That's because it saves me money for the extra 2 months or something. It doesn't grow, but I can feel it. It's starting to, especially when it gets in the back there. I start to sweat in the back of my head. I hate it. God, I hate it. Carol, I bought 2 shirts today over at the Goodwill store. And oh my God, I don't know if this is the same person donated them, but they're both gray, purple, and black. I love those 3 colors together. Whew. and they're but it's the same color, but they're put in different different. How can I explain it? I would have to show you, but what I'm gonna have to do is get stuff together that I want to show you guys and put it in one area so I can easily can just reach over instead of going to the other side of the room. I don't if for some reason I go on the other side of this room in this stream, I'll look at this. There's only two. There's only the two. This is. I tell people. You would think I would see three or four just for people to see what's going on. I might have to change the stream's name and come on every other day. Um, I would probably call it like Disney Worlders. I don't know. I don't even know if I would still use Disney Worlders. And who's to say I have to use the Disney community all the time? No, I can't do that because I need Disney in it. I need Disney in it because my videos and everything will come from Disney. I was thinking of something called. Well, originally, I was thinking Disney Worlders Plus. An idea came up that, I forgot the name. I should have wrote it down. If, say, for instance, it's like tonight, and we're hardly talking Disney. Greg, I talked to you about this. What if one night it's just me and you here, and we're only talking Transformers? I don't know. There's a name I had for it, but I was gonna come up. I mean, Disney Worlders not so. I got to come up with that name again. I lost it. I went back up to Connecticut back 21 years ago, and flew for the very first time ever. And it was a 2.5 hour flight from here to LaGuardia. So yeah, it's 2.5 hour flight. We got back here. We got back here during the night when we left for Connecticut originally. That was it was the afternoon, so we got there with same time zone. You know something? I have never lived in another time zone. Now we got the clocks shoot ahead an hour on Sunday, or spring ahead, or whatever you want to call it, the damn thing. But I've never stepped foot in another time zone. Like, for instance, I think Chicago is Central Time. Carol, you would know this because you know Chicago. I'm not going to my cousins. Yeah, I read that. Your health. Yeah, no, Chicago, right? You've been up in Illinois. I say I've never been out of this. Out of this, I've always lived in Eastern time zone, be it either Connecticut or Florida. The only two states I've ever lived in. Once we were talking about going to New York, not New York City, a little bit upstate New York. The only problem is New York's expensive, almost as expensive as California is. Let's see. 6 hours from Fort Lauderdale. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm asking. I'm thinking to myself, how come you didn't go to Tampa Airlines? And I can remember you're down south, so it's closer to you. Oh, I'm gonna put Justin Scar's newest video up. I was watching it. He's at Magic Kingdom for his final day, and he did a vlog. He calls it sometimes vlog. Well, he says vlog. To me, it's a vlog since it's a video. Oh, since I'm up here, I have something set just for a moment like this. It's from one of the Disney news is, well, it's this, but hold on, let me see now. Hi. Ah, here it is. Animatronic figures from Disney's Great Movie Ride for sale on eBay. Which is nuts. I'm wondering if that's a skeleton from Indiana Jones when the bad guy went up and something happened. He became. Next thing you know, you see a skeleton. I wouldn't. Number one, even if I had that kind of money, I would not buy an animatronic. What would I do with it? I might have the money to hook it up and everything, but come on. If you bought them, what would you do with them? I wouldn't buy them. I have no room for anything like that. It's almost like buying a very heavy mannequin, but you still have the skeleton inside the animatronic and everything. The skeleton is basically made of, you know, metal. See, that's what it's something I wouldn't do. That's me. You gotta wonder if one day, instead of CGI, the way they're coming up with these animatronics, if we ever see like Mickey, a robot version of Mickey walking around the parks, an animatronic Mickey. Could you imagine that? I think it's headed for something like that one day. I would say more like maybe 50 years from now. You can't even put R2D2, even though he's a remote control. You can't even put him into the parks without the kids coming up and touching him. I think they thought they could have the characters walk around the park, but the kids are just going to run up to him, and that's why you have the handlers. The handlers are basically to hold back kids and save everybody from the person in the costume. Carol, I don't know if I've ever told you this. There's been a couple of times somebody brought this up in another chat, so I brought it up. What happened to me? Have you ever accidentally run into the not run into, but actually crashed into I want to say cast member, but that's inaccurate. A character. I was in Hollywood Studios one day. I'm not watching what I was doing because I seen something going on behind me, and as I turned to look, I'm coming. It was Daisy. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And she's looking at me as I'm going to buy her. I'm like, "Sorry," I was like, "Sorry." I didn't have any room to. Nobody moved. I was trying to get out of her way, and there are tons of people here. Yeah, the other time it's happened, I was in back of the Christmas store over in Liberty Square, and you know that they got a gazebo back there made up of characters. Mary Poppins and Bert came out. Now I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was just like a couple coming out from the characters. And I happened to look over, and there's Poppins and Bert standing there. And I was more like, oh my god. I kept looking. I looked back. I was like so guilty. I felt like, oh no, of all people, because I love Mary Poppins. Oh, uh, let me see. I do remember putting something else. What is this? Oh, the mural refurbishment at Magic Kingdom at the Prince Charming Regal Carousel. Well, I posted this up to print tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Oh God, it's supposed to be Sunday. Yeah, so I got this for Sunday. That's for my construction updates from. Let me show you this. Yeah, my construction updates from all over the world. This Tiana. I hate this. I got a shirt. I took a shirt off because it got really hot here. I've got tons of fans on in my room. No, every time I put this over the back, this is my shirt. I put it over the back of the chair I'm sitting on. It falls to the floor, and I have no place right now to put it on anything. So it's sitting in my lap. I'm comfortable with it. I'm thinking about doing a live stream outside, hopefully this weekend, but I don't know to sort of live stream. And I don't know. Just to bring it, even if it just walk around the block and talk about something, that's an idea. My unannounced uh, vlogs. Well, I can't say unannounced. My unannounced live streams seem to pick up more people sometimes than it does when I announce I'm coming on. Yeah, it's only us on here tonight. What time is it? Well, Kim, I was thinking about half an hour, but since we're talking a little bit better, I'm going to keep it on until one of us like runs out of the things to say. Sorry, it's just when I get like this, thinking of something. Greg, why did you write it like that? What does that mean? Who's this guy? Who is John Paul Johnston Naylor? Sorry to just. I'm looking at somebody else's page and. Oh, get away. Oh my god, what the hell am I watching? Come on, putzes. Speak or forever hold your peace. Hate being the only one here who can talk. Would like to have somebody to actually talk to, not chat as you're writing it down to. Are you think? Do you think the witch the witch at the Great Movie Ride is the what's her name, Red? Do you think that? Rumor has it that she became a it was an appropriate. When I heard this, I started laughing. Disney, in their overconfidence, they thought Hillary was going to win. So they took. So this is how the story goes. They took the Wicked Witch of the West animatronic and put it with her. I was like, at that point in time, I'm like, Wicked Witch of the West does sound like Hillary Clinton. So, yeah, there's no proof this happened. Though. So, and the other thing is, when Trump won, they realized, we're stuck with Hillary. What do we do? They rebuilt Hillary into Donald Trump. Believe it or not, that's the story. I don't know. Fixture my pulse on. Oh, is that no? This is sort of it. Get off of here. GoFundMe in 1989. Yeah, kid pushing a lawnmower. Little kid too. Star Trek Enterprise.
What's this? Oh, what is this? What? What in the wild West? Busch Gardens Hospital in 1960s. Oh, this is a beautiful gold Trans Am. Looks just like the Bandit's car, but it's gold with a black eagle on it. It's beautiful. Oh, oh, this kid's got a cool looking. I'm probably trans. Let me see if I can share this to my page. It's a little one riding the star. It's a wooden Starship Enterprise, like a rocking horse. Share to a group? No. Share. Let me share to feed. Did you see it? It's awesome. I thought it was that Madonna. I got a picture of Madonna here back in 1974. She was 16. Hold on, let me show the secret. No. Hold on, let me see where. I don't want to bring the wrong one. No. Or do you? Yes. This is. What are they looking at? This is Facebook. Let me see if that's here. Facebook. This might be it. Here comes Madonna. That's Madonna. Oh, Greg, you're leaving us. Yeah. So, Carol, why do you? Greg, if nobody else shows up, I'm only staying on till what 9 o'clock. That's a picture of Madonna when she was 16. That's 1974. I think I was 8 years old at the time. So basically, at that point in time, I'm half her age. 16. She's 8 years older than me. It makes her. I'll be 58. She'll be 66 on her next birthday. Yeah, Greg, it looks like. Wait a minute. Are you two leaving? You two left. And I'm left. Well, well, that's it, everybody. Should have known I should have never started doing stuff like this. Not very watchable.